#1 team in the land, ready to do battle with the visiting Nittany Lions of Penn State, the 21-1 Purdue Boilermakers here at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette. Brandon Gaunt, Robbie Hummel, happy to be with you. Land the Purdue Boilermakers, and off we go with Purdue controlling the tap.
It's going to be zone. They're going to show Zach Edey different looks. They're going to trap. They're going to try to make things a little more difficult than it was at the Palestra because Edey was dominant, 30 and 13.
That game, January 8th, Purdue winning that one 76-63, although in that game, Penn State was up 6 at intermission. Here's Jalen Pickett. Drive and kick, there's Hen, and Hen getting just his second start, knocks down the three.
But at times, Purdue's not going to know. I'm not sure Penn State's going to know, but they're going to mix it up.
Well, Edey kept that possession alive. Morton misses, but Caleb First did not.
He's one of the best 35 in offensive rebounding rate. Hasn't had an offensive board in 2 games, though a little bit surprising, but there he is making an impact early, getting on the glass.
Free-flowing so far. No whistles in this game through 3+ minutes. A great cut, and Lundy throws it down.
And dropping it off with the fundamental bounce pass.
So much focus on Pickett. Don't forget about Seth Lundy at 14 points a game. And don't forget about Zach Edey at 22 a game.
Micah Shrewsbury wants him to shoot that. They are going to encourage him to get him up.
In the corner first, but there's Edey on the weak side.
That's what makes him so tough to defend.
Almost 5 minutes here without a whistle, not a foul in this ball game. Hen, he'll take another 2 for 3, and all 3 have looked really good.
I mean, he's playing off 2 feet. Just that feel there. Knows he's got Hen behind him. That's his shooter. And Hen with a great start to this game here at Mackey Arena.
His second start in a Penn State uniform. And there's Ethan Morton with a rare triple.
That game, and certainly going to be a tough cover for Zach Edey. Michael Hen picking and popping.
Michael Hen, 10 points last game, 11 in another game. Those are his only 2 double-figure performances this season. They were pounding Edey. He gets another touch. Here comes the double. No whistle. Well, there is a whistle, and it's a defensive foul. Count the bucket.
Boilermaker defense in some rotations. They've got some open looks from 3.
There's an open look in the corner, and down it goes for Mason Gillis. Changes in this game. Purdue has won the last 5 in this series, including that January 8th meeting we referenced at the Palestra that was a very pro Penn State crowd. Fading away, and there's the first bucket for Jalen Pickett.
They're very closely intertwined. And with these 3 staffs and these 3 programs, I think it's just phenomenal that Matt Painter is doing this alongside of really fortunate there. Brandon Newman, he got just a little far off from there, and Funk got a good look.
Smith crafty, yes.
A change of pace.
Smith, drive and kick in the corner. That one a little strong from David Jenkins, but there's Edey cleaning it up. He's got 8 and 6 already. About Purdue right now, Rob. No fouls and no turnovers in this ball game.
And dominant inside, whether it's been on the glass, points in the paint. It's now
5. They've only had 1 field goal in the last 5.5 minutes here. Pickett tried to change that. Drops it off, stripped, but it falls right to Hen, and he already has tied his career high with 11 points.
A hand on the basketball, and it just finds its way to Hen. One of those nights right now where everything seems to be going his way.
I mentioned this is his 5th school that he's played basketball at. He's been all over the place. And how about this first half for Gillis? He's got 9. It's a deficit.
Nice hedge there. Mason Gillis just disrupting the flow of that ball screen. Purdue really locking down on defense.
And Lundy's got to put it up. And Lundy somehow got it over Morton.
It's about as well as you can guard it. It's one where if you're Ethan Morton, you tip your cap. Individual play.
Penn State now 4 of 10 from long range. They make almost 11 threes a game to lead the conference.
The guy who's already made 3 threes here in the first half.
Up top, speaking of threes, Lundy off the mark. Lundy gets it back, sticks it home. Hustle play for Seth Lundy.
Made up a pretty hefty amount, but the caliber of shooter that he is, I would have thought of him 5 or 6.
Great anticipation, Smith. And the finish. Funk. Nice back cut, good feet.
Certainly Matt Painter's taught Micah Shrewsbury a lot, but Micah Shrewsbury's taught Matt Painter a lot about the game as well.
Everybody that goes against Micah Shrewsbury is so impressed with the things that he draws up and what he's been able to do. Yeah, I mean, and when you got players like that, it helps. Seth Lundy, tough fadeaway. Edey kicks it out.
Fred is just right there on the catch, but you got to rotate, or else Lawyer's going to make you pay it getting out.
Here's Pickett. You talked about it, Rob. He's got just 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field. And now he's got 4 points. And Purdue with a rare turnover, just their second. Dredd, transition 3. Got it to drop it, hit every part of the rim and falls through.
Run the time down to see where the time would be and determined it would have been a shot clock violation at 9.9.
Well, there you go. And now Purdue has fouls to give, several of them. So Ethan, anyway, still 2 fouls to give. We'll see if Purdue does it again, and they do. Fletcher Lawyer, his first.
They've got each of those. Nebraska away and Minnesota on the road as well.
Oh, they throw this pass away. Gillis has had a great half. Oh, that would have been the cherry on top. It would have given him a career high before the break. It's
here. Pretty good job by Gillis and Lawyer right there of snuffing that action out.
Inside, there's Pickett. Great start for Penn State in the second half.
Play.
Zach Edey hasn't put up a shot in 11 minutes of game action. Hard to believe. There is Gillis.
So you're right, living and dying by the 3.
5 of 16 tonight. Gillis, my goodness, have a night, Mason Gillis. It's the first foul on Pickett. You notice Mason Gillis started the second half, not the first, and he has 21. This feels like this could be a danger zone for Penn State.
Absolutely. This is one of those situations where you feel like Matt Painter's dialing it up for Mason Gillis once again.
This time inside the arc, of course.
An area, and Braden Smith found him.
Mason Gillis on a personal 11-0 run right now. Where does Penn State turn? Again, this is their guy, Pickett. Lundy, their second leading scorer, drives and gets the bounce.
Yeah, had that little dribble to the baseline, but the play is to pin Gillis back in.
Morton will take it. Everything falling for Purdue.
Does not impact things. Penn State just blowing that play up. And it's that play they love to run for Lawyer, top of the key, and then enter the ball into the post to Edey.
Funk. Gillis doing everything else. Why not grab the rebound?
Mason Gillis, I am letting this thing fly immediately.
Everybody in this building wants one thing. Well, I guess that'll work.
That will do.
But that formula against Michigan, it's just different when you face this Purdue team.
No, it certainly is. And Purdue has so many people that can beat you. We've seen it today with Mason Gillis. They're just not guarding Ethan Morton, but they're also not guarding Braden Smith. Instead, the help defense from Purdue, pretty good.
And Purdue's defense focused so much on their offense, which is so spectacular, but their defense is also top 20 in the country. Assists. Sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle with how many guys they have for Purdue. Lundy fighting through the screen. Count the 3 and the foul against Braden Smith. Braden Smith, and he gets it fading away from 17.
They have tried to pressure him and try to wear him down with that pressure.
Held him to 6 points. He averages 18. Here he's looking for another assist, and he's got it, finding his good buddy Seth Lundy. Now up top to Pickett. Penn got the hot start. He's in double figures, but he hasn't scored this half. Pickett, though, knocking down a triple. Well, you can tell Pickett wanted that again. And all of a sudden, Jalen Pickett getting into a rhythm. Penn State games, he's averaged 37 minutes a game. That's hard to do. Edey imposing his will with the left hand.
That's the counter right there. That post trap is coming middle of the floor. No, he certainly is, and he's been a very good player in his time here in West Lafayette. Is one of those guys that has definitely sacrificed for the betterment of the team. My goodness, we saw that
for a reason. They really rely on him. Mahaffey throwing it down, good feet.
in every one of them.
And it's truly not out of the question, Rob, that he could return for next season.
He could. He totally could. Now, I don't see how he does not play in the NBA.
There's the Mackey record, 9 threes. Tipped around, comes back to Winter. And Winter will let it fly, and he hits a three on the other end. The match here against Rutgers on January 2nd. Think about teams that have started this well in Big Ten history over the last 30 years, and really 2005 Illinois, 2007 Wisconsin, and 2011 Ohio.
Need to make some noise come March.
Obviously that win they had here, the biggest thing on their resume. There's Jenkins. Yes, David Jenkins.
Every time Purdue and Indiana meet, it is must-see TV.
Mahaffey gets it to go. Here are the students chanting, "Whose house? Our house." And 15,000 on their feet for this performance by the top-ranked team in the country to start off the month of February. '60 the final. Mason Gillis off the bench with 29 points. A Mackey Arena record, 9 3-pointers to lead Purdue.